Hello everyone, today we are designing a 6 anterior unit bridge using the generic library, making it natural and age appropriate. I hope you enjoy. Okay, start by selecting the retainers. Select coping, zirconia, press OK, then press Ctrl and click to copy the same as we selected on the 43, and now we're gonna select the pontics. So reduce pontic, zirconia. We have a pre-op model, so I should select it here. Press OK. Instead of selecting the same on each one, I'm just gonna press Shift click and everything is selected the same. Now we do the antagonist. OK. Shift click. Scan mode, digital impression. Save. Start designing. Now he asks us for the lower model, lower jaw. Open. Pre-op. And upper jaw. Make sure the model is in the right orientation. Go next. Check if the pre-op is aligned. It is. Go next. Go next. Next. Now he asks us to select the margin of the 33. Now in this case we have a pre-op which can help us position some teeth, and we always start every job by setting up custom views. So for today's video I'm gonna use this library, the generic one. Although it's not my favorite. I'll just take it as a challenge, because there are much better libraries out there. But for today's example I'm gonna use this because I feel that most people use this library. So go to expert mode and choose if you want to change only the size of these four. So go to expert mode and then choose tooth placement if you want to resize only these teeth. So you select move all simultaneously, and then you can change the size only of this instead of changing the canons as well. Now for this case, it's gonna be with buccal cutback, but on this video I'm just gonna design the full contour, and then I'll do a separate video with the cutback. Now if you want to do all of them at the same time, go to tooth placement again. I want to try to align the midline with the upper, but as you can tell, it's going to create a bigger gap between this lateral and the central, so I'll try to make this one a bit bigger. So I don't think it's going to be possible to align it perfectly with the upper. So the bite is going to be quite strong on the canines. And I think in terms of positioning, it should be more or less like that. So once you are happy with it, go OK. And now we need to adjust. We need to adjust the space of the incisors, because as you can tell, we have huge black triangles. The cingulums are too bulky, so I'm gonna smooth them out. As you can tell, this is a huge step. Now the problem with this library is the fact that they are very narrow, and because of that we have huge spaces, and I'm spending a lot of time just to close the spaces up. That's another reason why I don't really like generic library. Okay, so we have closed the spaces in between them, and now it's time to refine the shapes. There is a subscriber that asked me to do a video about line angles and aesthetic cases canon to canon, so this is a video for you. So I'll start by getting the intersections on the occlusal and the proximal. Now I'll start by doing the line angles, because right now they have no shape. So let's begin by using the thin tool, add and remove, and usually I like to go not very strong and the brush size like in the middle, no, probably even bigger, maximum size, strength, very little. Now the lowers usually are quite triangular, like this. Usually you don't really find big embrasures, it's just like the corners of the angles, they meet almost in the same place. If you have any questions, or if you have any topic ideas for the next videos, please do leave a comment down below. Now don't forget to smooth out, because as you can see, you have quite an exaggerated line angles. So usually I like to go from this angle and start smoothing these bumps. So make sure the necks have the same volume. As you can see, this library takes a lot of work to make them look natural. That's why usually I avoid to use it. Given the fact that the patient, as you can tell, is not very young, and the incisal edges on the upper are quite flat and worn down, we need to do the same on the lower. It doesn't make sense to have like lowers with mamelons and regular incisal edges when an older person usually have flat incisal edges. We should bring them a bit down, because they are much longer than the pre-op. And now we can actually create some, like a worn incisal edge. So another characteristic very common on the lower anteriors is that the incisal edge is longer on the back and shorter on the front, as you can tell. And it's the other way around on the uppers, where the longer area is the buccal area and the palatal is shorter, incisal edge. So I'm trying to recreate an exposed dentin like we have here on the upper. Like you see like a hole almost. Like here on these ones. You can tell it's an old patient. So we shouldn't do young teeth. Unless that's what the patient wants, of course. Okay, now we need to set up the necks. Now I think we need to connect them. Close these holes. But before that, we need just to adjust the pontics. So about the adapt, go minus 0.1. Minus 1, yeah, actually. And now make them ovate. Okay, so once you are happy with it, we go next. On this example, I'm doing it full contour, although I selected to reduce it. I'll reduce it in another video. So if I want to go forward and not reduce anything, I select exclude selected parts, mark all, so they are all blue, and then you go next, and they continue full contour. Go next again. And now let's apply the connectors. So I've tried to freeform it, try to change them just a tiny bit, but we're gonna adjust them on the final stage, on the final freeform. So just go next, and now you can go expert mode and freeforming. Actually go freeform restorations. we try to close the black triangles as much as we can. And we try to close the embrasure so it doesn't look weird in between the teeth. Choose ridge and bring them closer together. And now to finish, we will do some surface texture. By using the thin tool. We can use the lamp to help us. Always smooth a bit, so it's not extremely strong. And it's done, a 6 anterior unit bridge, looking age appropriate using the generic library.